I've just received a panic text from TJ Lang crying about the salary cap and how it going up might take them out of the running. Quote, some teams are going to go crazy. I don't think we will. And what I just wrote back to the big man, then enjoy sucking your thumb and not winning anything. All right, so with that, it's a perfect segue. Brad Holmes joined the morning show, Jim Costa and John Jansen. And the guys did the best they could. They asked good questions. They really did. But talking to Brad Holmes is the equivalent of talking to a wall. But he said one thing that I think you can get whatever you want out of this comment depending on your perspective. Well, the man to my left has a perspective. I want to play for you this audio. He's asked about Jared Goff. And then Rico is going to deliver his second bold take of the day.
Yeah, see, the thing is...
Look at him. He's rubbing his eyes. He's all stressed out. What is your problem?
Not stressed out. It's just... I know that Brad Holmes was going to come out and say, well, we're working on this deal. We're going to pay him this. We're going to pay him that. But it just kind of seemed like a lot of word soup. At some point, what does Jared Goff have to do in order to get the new contract restructured? I guess what I thought I was going to hear is, guys... Rather than making sure we got our kicker locked up, yeah, that's one of the top priorities is Jared is our guy long term. We're going to make sure he's going to be here. We're working on the details. Okay, but we're kind of figuring it out, and we're going to see and stuff. Like Jared Goff has done things that no other Lion quarterback has done in history. Okay? He is the one of one right now. Why is it so hard to just say, he's our guy, we're going to take care of him? We may not have a salary right now. We may not know how long it's going to be. He's our guy. Because the longer this goes, the more and more it tells me you're almost waiting to see him fail. So you can then say, yeah, this is why we didn't give him the money, and we're going to hand the keys over to Hendon Hooker. And we will start the Hendon Hooker phrase. Because I don't understand why this man's taking you. He won the division. Last Lion quarterback to do that, long time ago. He won you not one, but 2 playoff games. You were 7 minutes away from a Super Bowl. He's your guy. The price is only going to go up and up. I understand. You didn't pay him last year because he had a good second half of the year. And understandably so. We'll see what you do in the next season. Well, the next season he balled out. He got it done. And it wasn't like, oh, well, this is a contract year balling out. He went out there and won you games. I don't understand. If you keep waiting on him, the price is only going to go higher and higher.
But hold on. Now, on that one point, and take all the time you want, I'm just saying, the cap is going up. It's commiserate with what the QB market. This massive cap jump here, right. I think we've more than made up for any Jared Goff inflation.
No. But, Mike, if you'd have did it last year, you probably could have got him at about $140 million. Guess what it is now? It's $200 million. If you wait another year, now you're going to be up into the $240 million. So, yes, the cap is going up, but you're paying this man more and more. If he's your guy, lock him up now.
All right,
sign the deal.
So, hold on. Let me throw the number out because I think Rico's saying something that's interesting. And I don't totally agree with you, but I agree with one part of this. 248-539-9797. Listening to you talk, I think the part I agree with most is, why can't you just come out and go, look, guys, I'm not going to get into negotiations and all that. I'll just tell you Jared's our guy. Yeah. All right, we're going to get something done. That part resonates with me because that is the one thing general managers with quarterbacks or the ultra-star players generally do. We love Jared, want him here.
He ain't going nowhere.
We'll get something done. It is weird. Now, it could just be playing it close to vest, but I'm with you. What else does the guy have to do to just basically have the GM put it to bed and go, guys?
Do you have to play it that close to the vest? We all saw what he did. We all saw how valuable he is. Fans are rallied around this man. They're chanting his name. The team loves him. What are we
more
doing?
Does he need to do? Okay.
Right.
That part I identify with. But what we need is the people. We do. I need to know if the people read into it the way that we did. Again, morning show, you can hear the complete audio, Odyssey.com rewind. Look, I find Brad Holmes to be odd. Okay, you can be good at what you do and be odd. Hell, people think I'm odd.
No.
The point is, he's just an odd guy. There's no other way around it.
See, for me, I
from the receipts to being talking to a wall to elevators screaming and pounding glass quarterbacks, my dude.
No. But the thing is, he's odd, Mike, because I think he's genuine. I think if you were a GM, you would be Brad Holmes because you only know one way of doing things. And I think Brad only knows one way of doing things. You don't tone down yourself, and neither does Brad. So the stuff you see in the elevators and the stuff you see him high-fiving the fans, that's really him. And the stuff he tells us, like, he's not really into the whole GM coach speak where he kind of goes around and he kind of, look, we're going to have to this type of guy. We're doing this. We're doing that. We're going to go get young players.
But do we agree? If you're getting a Jared Goff deal done, it has to happen before free agency opens on March 13th. See, that's the other point to what Rico is saying now. It's February 26th. Okay, you have 2 weeks to get a deal done with your quarterback so you can then attack the rest of the offseason. Now, again, it happens all different ways. Maybe they don't feel like they have to get it done. Maybe, look, I have no idea what they want to do. That's, if I know what I would do.
Right. If he's your long-term solution, you get this thing done. The cap is going to go up, Mike, but the price is going to keep going up. And yeah, if you would have took a chance and gambled on him last year, you'd be paying him about $150 million. You would have extended him. Now, if you sign him, you're looking at $200 million. If you keep waiting, the price is going to go up. No, but I don't understand.
Or he plays out this year.
And you franchise.
And then franchised. And then, and only then, unless he's still a superstar.
But at that point, if you're still franchising him, to me, you're almost betting against him.
I agree. I don't disagree. I don't know what that is. Look, I don't. How do I put this?
Now you're rubbing your head.
Truth. We've really come full circle. Nothing in this town, I just end up continually aggravated with the GMs. Because all of these GMs have this thing about them, and only one of them has earned the right. Yzerman's earned the right because he built a really good team in Tampa that factually he left and they won the Stanley Cup. Okay, then. The point is he built it. Yzerman is the only one who I would be fine with him taking any approach he wants. But whether it's Weaver, Holmes, or Harris, you got 3 guys who think they're Albert Einstein because they dressed up as him for Halloween one year. Now, while you can be good at your job, you're not Einstein. You haven't won anything.
Mm-hmm. But you're the one who's gotten the closest, so you would think, okay, window is now. Now is not the time to bring in a new young quarterback. Now is the time to build around the guy who got you so close and maybe can elevate you to that next level. You put a little money on defense or whatever, and you're there. What are we waiting on? Because this tells me the longer we wait, you really don't believe he's your guy. 248-539-9797.
The Goff thing is a distant second to my priority, which is Brad Holmes. And it doesn't devalue what you're saying. I think it's appropriate today to talk about it. But I don't care. I can't.
I was with you on the whole free agency and drafting.
See, that's where whatever he does with Goff is immaterial if he doesn't get an edge or a corner of premium value in free agency. To me, with the salary cap going up, that we agree it's not real. But now you take your Goff money, you're going to pay him, and you take the rest of the money, and now I'm going to go out and get a player. Just the increase alone was an impact star player on defense. Here's the interesting part. If he doesn't get a deal done with him now, and I have no evidence to suggest they won't or they will, I believe they will, but let's say you don't, and Goff plays at a Pro Bowl level again. Rico's right, guys, because then here's what Goff has in his back pocket. Oh, you don't want to pay me? Then you can choke. Go ahead. Franchise me for 50-something mil. Fully guaranteed. Oh, then you want to do it again? Great. I'll take 110 guaranteed over 2 years. Full.
Right. Because
you lose your leverage.
Because here's what happens for everybody who's worried about, What about down the line? Now you're getting into the down the line because as you're franchising him, all of these younger guys' contracts are going to start to come up, and now you got to make that decision.
Can't franchise quarterback. It's a death sentence. Can't do it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If he's your guy,
damn
pay
it,
the money
he's
now.
killed the vibe in here. We're on a playoff drive. He already retired Izzo. Now he's telling me they're not signing Goff. You're terrible.
You know what? I should probably sit out the last hour and 15 minutes of the show.
Fine.
I'm going to sit next to Book.
Fine.
I'm sitting
next to Xavier Booker.
Right, I'm sitting next to Booker for the remainder of the show.
Izzo will play to both. He is the same amount the last 15 minutes.
Maddie will be in next.
Go ahead. Tell people how they can be rude like you.